Okay, here we are, JD and Mama back here. We're going to do some editing today on the podcast. Um, I know everybody's looking forward to the new manuscripts coming out, the new releases coming out this fall. And so we're not going to give away the whole book, but you're going to get little snippets of my mama making sure I am in the right place, doing the right thing, and don't confuse y'all with all my winding trails of nonsensical nonsense. And then I just needed to check with mom today and get some clarification on some of her notes from the manuscript she sent back to me recently. So, hi mom, thanks for being here. Thanks for putting up with all my winding trails on paper.
It's my pleasure.
All right, we are looking at what was once called Rugged Wild. It's gone through some, title changes, and now it's being called Wonder Wild. Who knows what it'll be called this fall when it gets released, We'll see. Okay, so there was some spots on, I marked them. So I'll just go straight to them and I'll read them to you when I get to the spots where I just didn't understand. Okay. So I was on page 14, and this is going to be, we were in chapter 3, and I know it's been a while since you looked at this, so I'll just try and read you like maybe the paragraph.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so in chapter 3, Rainey and Kate have already connected, I think. Yeah. Okay, so Cade was standing there and he's pumping gas, I think.
Oh,
And,
yes.
and he started kind of going down that rabbit trail of looking into the past, which isn't the happiest. And then he's like, he shook himself. He wasn't going to dwell on that today. Rance was inside buying snacks for the drive to their favorite launch point, and Dusty and Stevie would meet them at camp after they got off work. Life was good today. The shadows of the past could stay there. He and his high school buddies were getting the band back together and heading out for a long weekend of moose scouting and sockeye salmon fishing on the Golcana River. But they'd been planning this trip and the ensuing hunting trip for years. The guys had been going without him since he'd left for Army basic training 25 years ago. When he had let them know that he was retiring this year, they'd put in their vacation request as far in advance as, okay, I noticed that, but then there was a red slash. Is the red slash just you pointing out that you made a correction there? Is that what the red slash in the margin is?
Yes.
Okay.
And you see that as you go through my little edit marks, because if there's a really tiny thing like crossing out a comma or something like that, you might miss it. So the slash is just there to point out there's something for you to look at here.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. And then on the next page even, so during the same time frame, Rainey's in the bathroom. You remember this is the gas station in Glen Ellen. You've been in there, right?
Yes, I've been there.
And there's only the one stall for
Right. And there's usually a line for it.
yeah, and especially the ladies' room. So Rainey's in there, and then well, I see what that was. You wanted me to make a break in the sentence because it was an excited run-on sentence, I'm guessing.
It was a
okay. I was looking at my notes here. I have like little purple highlights where I have questions. You see that?
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And so I don't have to talk about that part, but I'm going to come down here. Rainey just came out of the bathroom to come talk to Missy because Missy was standing on the other side of the door all excited, but it concerned Rainey. Again, we're recording this. We're gonna publish this, so I don't want to say too much, but Rainey was concerned because Missy was talking to her through the door while she's in the bathroom. You remember that? Do you remember that? Okay. So Missy looked confused at Rainey's alarm, but just shook her head. I want to go with them, she stated firmly, apparently assuming that Rainey knew who them was. You wanted me to, okay, that was the red slash. I think we've established that. I might bounce around. If I'm bouncing around too much, just let me know.
So did you like put them in italics or little
Yeah.
parentheses? Okay,
Quotation marks. Um,
yeah.
do you think that's like a problem? Like, because I would have actually done that in real life if I was saying that to someone, if I was repeating that conversation to someone, like
Them.
he just assumed I knew who them was, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that like a problem or was that okay there?
I think so.
Okay.
You're just drawing attention to the word that there's a question about the word, that
Yeah.
who they're referring to. Yeah.
Okay. And then you made a note on the top of chapter 4 where Kate had decided to let the group go with them, and he was waiting at the trailhead with the ATVs.
Uh-huh.
You remember that part? And you made
Yeah.
a note, you said maybe his own gear as well as Rance's, and I did change that in the manuscript. Because I had wrote Cade had unloaded all but 2 of the ATVs from the trailer and meticulously secured Rance's and his own gear. And you said, change it to sound better. And so I did. I just wanted you to know that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mhm. And then I also, in the next line or the next paragraph, you said, I wrote, he checked the survival watch, a gift from his leadership. And you wrote above that, maybe on his wrist, comma, a gift, etc. I made that change as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mhm. And then this one, I'm on page 26, where, let me find my spot where I'm at. Oh, Rainey's watching Rance and Cade pack the extra gear onto the ATVs before they go. I believe we're still at the beginning of the trailhead. Yeah. Um, and I wrote, she was a little awestruck at their efficient, succinct movements and silent communication as they made quick work of securing the additional gear to the older, slightly smaller four-wheeler that Ray and Missy would apparently be riding. And then she had learned to pack the car herself. And then you wrote, not clear. And you had several question marks. Let's see if you can see that. Not
Um,
not clear. And then you had several question marks there. And I wasn't sure.
I'm not
Obviously, it
sure
was
where,
very not clear because it
well,
wasn't clear to me either.
yeah. I'm sorry, I don't remember what I was
Am I
thinking
showing
of.
it to you backwards?
Uh,
Backwards to
no,
you?
I can read it forward.
Okay.
I'm just not seeing what was not clear to me.
Okay.
So maybe that's nothing to worry about. I don't know. Because
Okay. Well,
can you,
let me see if
do
I
you want
can.
to read that part again, a couple lines, and maybe I
Yeah.
can pick
Let
out.
me go and find.
If you want to, honey, later, you could like take a picture of that very
Mhm.
spot,
Yeah.
you know, and and then text it to me, and then I can blow it up on my phone so I can see what I was thinking of, and then maybe I can
Okay.
explain to you what I was thinking of. So
Yeah.
right now I can't think why I said that wasn't clear. So
Okay. And then I wrote a note to myself, share this change with mom.
oh,
Okay.
and you're not sure what the change was or what?
No, no, you said a better transition is needed here. Hard to follow the thought process.
Oh,
Uh, Let me go and look and see. Let's over to the side. There we go. So I can still see you. Oh. Here we go. That'll work.
So you've gone through and put your purple question marks where you didn't quite understand what I was getting at? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So this is going to be like you said this. I wrote, and apparently coming back home had taken him back to the first grade too. Girls are icky. He and Rance had told each other too many times as they'd watched the girls in school playing games at recess that actually looked really fun. So I changed it to, and apparently coming back home had taken him back to first grade. So I can't see it. Okay. Kate and Rance told each other too many times as they'd watched the girls in school playing games at recess. McCoy's, I don't know. Okay, well.
Did I have some question about that thought transition or something?
Yeah, you said it didn't make any sense. Oh, I guess I changed it up above where I said,
What was happening right before this?
he tried to cover the involuntary snort of laughter. Okay, so he said, Kate didn't want to be responsible for urging her to wrap her arms around his waist. He didn't want her arms around him at all. No, he didn't. Ew, gross. Girls are icky. He tried to cover the involuntary snort of laughter that gurgled up with a harsh throat clearing. He just barely stopped himself from spitting, knowing it would likely splatter over the passenger he was unaccustomed to carrying, as the moving ATV created just enough wind to cause a very uncomfortable situation for her, as if there wasn't already enough discomfort to go around and around again. And apparently, coming back home had taken him back to the first grade too. Girls are
Oh,
kind of, kind of spelled it out a little bit. So
oh, okay.
that. There was just another spot where I did a question mark, but I think I started figuring it out after a little while. There's a question mark there because there was just the red slash, and I guess I didn't understand that that was you just pointing out to me that you made a change there, that
Oh,
you
okay.
that missing a punctuation mark.
Yeah, okay.
So I think I started figuring that out.
Oh, okay, good, good. I should have said that before. I guess I probably thought about telling you that, but then I didn't do it. So, oh, there's your hubby coming
Yeah,
home.
there he is.
Is it time to get off or?
It may
Hi,
be.
hi, darling.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. You look like you're trying to stay cool.
It is warm here.
It's warm here too. We got 100. We got it in the.
I think that after um looking through this some more, it's probably going to end up where the other thing that we need to talk about today is going to be that alternate ending that you asked for.
Oh yeah, a little expansion on what was going on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I did want to point out that where she was speaking French, where Mama tried to speak French to Elena, or no, not Elena. Sorry, I
yeah,
got my manuscripts mixed up.
yeah.
Um, where where Kate said to her, is it okay if I retrieve your fish for you, Mademoiselle? And Rainey just kind of knee jerk said, we, see, to see, play, monsieur, merci.
S'il vous plaît.
I did write out the meaning of that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
we're right. I absolutely did have we misspelled, but stinking darn Google, misguided me.
You're talking to somebody who spell checks spell check.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of like a thing for me, that when an author uses a foreign phrase and
Mhm.
they don't tell me what it means, that kind of an irritation. So
Yeah.
I think probably there are other readers who feel that way too. So yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So in mixing up my manuscripts with foreign languages in it, I also
Yeah.
made corrections in the Peyton's Pride as well, on
Oh,
the Spanish.
Okay, well, I wouldn't have known if they were right or wrong, so.
Okay, and then all the suggestions you made of, rephrasing my sentences, I did all that, so.
Oh, okay, good. And you like the rephrasing?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah,
do.
okay, good.
I think that this is all gonna end up just being. Well, here in chapter 11, we have where you told me to rephrase the beginning sentence. Rainey was surprised that she woke up. Um, she was surprised that she had ever been asleep because she had to sleep in the tent with Cade after theirs got wrecked.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
well, I did rephrase that some, I believe, and then um, at the end of that, I wrote she would wholeheartedly embrace being wild and free like Missy did. Time to have some fun. And then you underlined it, and I wasn't sure if that meant that you thought I should take that out, or I wasn't sure what that meant.
I'm not either. I underlined it. I underlined time to have fun.
No, you underlined wild and free. She would wholeheartedly embrace being wild and free like Missy did.
Now that's, is that what you originally called the book, Wild and Free?
No,
No?
do you like that better for the title?
Maybe I didn't put a note out in the margin then, huh?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
No.
maybe I was thinking that would be a better, it's possible I was thinking that could be a better title for the book,
Mhm.
but I'm sorry I didn't write anything in the margin.
That's okay. I
So,
marked it to ask you about, so I asked you.
yeah, so, okay.
I did not take that out though, because if that's what
No,
you're
no,
indicating, I was like, but I like that phrase.
no, if I think it should go out, I have, and I will put a line through, not scratch it out so you can't read it, but just put a line through.
Mhm.
And that's when I think it should probably not be included, so.
Okay,
But but just remember that these are all suggestions, not
yeah, of course.
do this.
And then when they were on the mountaintop looking down into the valley looking for moose with the binos,
Huh? And this
you
was towards the end of the book, or is this in the middle?
it's kind of the middle-ish, yeah.
Okay, they were
Uh,
still out in the wild.
yeah, they were still on the camping trip. Yeah.
Okay.
You asked what glassers were, and I did spell that out. I just kind of had Cade say, we call them glassers up here, because
Oh, good.
all my Alaskan friends did call them glassers. So,
Yeah. So, and I wasn't familiar with, and I done a lot of camping and heard a
mhm.
lot about, so and I hadn't really heard that term and thought, there's not a lot of people who are going to know what glassers are. So that's why I did that. So,
Well, Kate explained it.
yeah, that's good. That's good.
And Kate is very much fashioned after Nate.
Yeah. I kind of imagine some of your heroes are.
Quite a few of them. Do you remember Grant in Montana Moon?
He was the
The
rancher. Oh,
cowboy, yeah, the old man with all the
yeah,
sons, and yeah, that was very much neat.
yeah, yeah.
Right, we might be getting towards that part where I just talk about the ending. I don't know. Do you want me to sit there and read it? It's probably like 4 pages. Do you want to sit and listen to me read it to you?
What are you got something you have a question about, or you just
No,
what?
I rewrote that ending like you asked me to.
Well, you might want to turn your recording off if you want to.
Yeah, I will do
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah, sure, that would be fine.
I'm just
So
checking to
you,
see if I have any more questions on the rest of these notes. But I addressed everything that you wrote in my edited manuscript. Okay.
okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
you're okay with everything then, or you
Yeah,
got?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Um, so again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and all the efforts that you take in, checking my work to make sure that it's going to be entertaining for everyone and that I'm not having my characters leap buildings in a single bound. Okay, well, I love you, Mom, and thank you for being my editor. Thank you for being a part of my writing team. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate the opportunity and I enjoy it. Thanks.
I think it just okay. Oh, no, that's not it. There we go.